Hey folks, this is Kelani. Whether you're returning to the game after a break, giving a few new characters a try, or you simply don't have what you want yet, there's one question which keeps coming up time and time again. How do I get legendaries faster? Right now, I'd expect a legendary every 2 weeks, give or take a few days, if you're doing everything you can to increase your chance of a legendary. Doing everything you possibly can is going to take a lot of time, so let's break it down by what you should clear out first. The first activity I'd suggest you get out of the way is your daily emissary caches. Now that most of us have flying, clearing out 4 world quests is super quick and easy, so there's no reason why these should ever expire. If you'd rather log in once every 3 days and do all 3 at once, that's perfectly fine, and probably easier in the long run if you don't have a lot of time to play. Just don't let them expire because you could have just lost a legendary. Saving up 3 emissaries also gives you the possibility for getting credit for multiple emissaries with one world quest, like the Wardens or Kirin Tor quests, which can speed things up quite a bit. Up next, we have a few more world quests, but they're totally worth it. While the world quests themselves aren't super rewarding when it comes to legendaries, clearing out the Broken Shore every day can net you up to 200 Legion Fall War supplies. You can turn in 100 of these supplies to get a spoils bag, which is essentially another emissary cache. So the Broken Shore can be worth 2 emissary bags if you do all of the quests, which is totally worth it. I've already got 1 legendary from these bags, and honestly it's probably the fastest way to build up your legendary bad luck protection. It's also worth watching out for Legion Fall War supply missions in your order hall for the same reasons. World quests don't stop there though. When the Broken Isles invasion's active, you'll want to progress through the quest lines and finish up with the scenario. It might take a bit longer than the other world quest objectives, but it can provide you with a few other bonuses too. First off, you'll get a bunch of nether shards to help with gearing up, or another chance at legendaries via the relinquished tokens, a chance at cool transmog gear, and you might even have an emissary active for the invasion zone, which is just 2 birds with 1 world quest. Either way, it's something simple you can do whenever they're active. We're going to head into more difficult territory here, because I believe the next best thing to get done is as much raiding as you can. Maybe that's because I'm a mythic raider and raiding is a good chunk of the game for me, but it's also weekly locked content, which makes it very valuable when we're trying to get legendaries, and you can do the multiple difficulties to increase the chances further. I clear out Mythic, Heroic and Normal Nighthold every week, but getting as many bosses down as possible is really going to help you in the long run. If you have the time and the patience, you can also go back to TOV and Emerald Nightmare to knock out those bosses, and if you're really crazy, you can even do all of the looking for raid versions too. Every boss is going to be another step towards your next legendary, so kill as many as you can. On a similar note, it's always worth it to kill the weekly world boss for all the same reasons as killing raid bosses. It's another chance at loot, it's maybe a chance at an overpowered trinket, but the most important thing is it's a chance for a legendary. Keep an eye on the Broken Shore as well. Whenever the Nether Disruptor is built, a world boss will appear on the Broken Shore. If the Nether Disruptor happens to persist through a weekly reset, you'll be able to kill the Broken Shore world boss again, so make sure you keep your eyes open. From here, it's going to take a bit more time to clear out content. Mythic Dungeons are also on a weekly lockout, which makes them worth doing. If you have the time, completing every dungeon on Mythic 0, commonly called a World Tour, is your next step to bi-weekly legendaries. At this point, they're a huge pushover, so it shouldn't take too long to clean them all out. It's just quite a lot of content to get through. Getting a group set up can also take a bit of time depending on when you're trying to get them done, and you might have to spread the dungeons out over a few days, but they're for sure worth it. Every time you kill a boss, it ups your bad luck protection, and every dungeon is 3 to 5 chances for that sweet, sweet loot. If you've gotten this far and you're still hungry for more, we'll have to look at repeatable content, so at this point you can do as much as your playtime allows. The best content that you can do at this point is Mythic Plus Dungeons. You only get the end chest for loot, but you can run Mythic Plus as often as you can get into groups for it, so as long as there's a key to run, you should be good. If you have unlimited playtime and all you want is legendaries, I'd suggest you fill it with Mythic Plus. If you aren't into raiding, it's also the best way you can gear up, and you should be aiming to get a Mythic Plus 10 done each week to maximize your prize in the weekly loot chest. If you don't have a lot of playtime, you should ensure that you get at least one Mythic Plus done every week, so you always have a weekly chest to open, as that's yet another chance at a Legendary. If all else fails, and I hope it doesn't, you can always talk to Blingtron once a day. He'll give you a package which is probably going to contain nothing useful, but there's always that minute chance that Blingtron might be your best friend. So, try find one once a day, there's usually a bunch in Dalaran, so that shouldn't be a problem, and cross your fingers. So, that's what you should be doing if you're really desperate for another Legendary. Keep at it and you're guaranteed to get them as long as you actually play the game. But that's it for this video. If you have any questions or queries, please leave them in the comments section below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or hop on over to Discord, we have a server at discord.gg/Kelani, great place to come ask questions or just hang out. Remember to leave a like just below the video before you leave, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. But apart from that, thanks for watching folks, good luck and have fun, and as always I will see you next time.